spirituality and entrepreneurship, building your own soul-based business, the business of a light worker maybe. So what I think is going to happen in the next, I don't know, 10 years or so. I mean, what is that we are really going to develop? Because we are moving in the age of Aquarius, and the age of Aquarius also means that we want to become less centralized. Okay, at the same time, we will be growing more to a global network where everything is going to be connected. There will be a part of centralization, but at the same time we also want to become more decentralized for our own economic independence. So I think the Aquarius, because I'm like a first day Pisces, so I do still have a lot of the influence from the Aquarius, and I could see already like the Aquarius, it's really about strategy, it's about strategic thinking, and it's also really about creating your own independence. Okay, economic independence. But at the same time, like what we all have been doing is that what we so far always has been doing is we have been acting from kind of like an exchange where we see sort of an separation, like I do this for you and then I expect this for in return. I think what we really are going for, and this is also my vision and that is also what I want to get out in the world, is that we will be uniting more with each other and working more towards a greater purpose. I think that is gonna give us much more satisfaction and fulfillment, because you know the internet is really gonna evolve. It's really going to evolve, and more people are right now being forced, well, kind of forced to work from home, right? Personally, I'm always, my entire life, I always went somewhere to work. I always left the home in the morning to go and to work. Home for me always has been a place where you chill down, relax, watch a movie, do whatever it is you want to do, play a video game, switch off. Now I've been home for the last few months, and that still mentality still kind of exists. For me, home also kind of feels like where you withdraw from the outside world. Okay, is, you know, it's where you really live in solitude, and it's a way for us as introverts as a way to recharge. Now, if you are wanting to start a business, that's not a really good energy to be in, because it's all about getting out to the world, being disciplined, commitments, waking up early in the morning and all of that stuff. And when you are in this place of, you know, working from home in your kitchen table or on your bedroom apartment in a city where, you know, the spaces are not really that great. I mean, if you live in a country estate with all the views of the country aside, that's a different story, but still that can often feels a little bit, you know, lonely, isolated and whatnot. So I think right now, like, okay, so when you're working online, you work on a blog, on a YouTube channel, and where I'm currently at, and I've been in that stage for quite some time, is that I create a video and whatnot, and you know, you see some views, you see some analytics, and in the beginning, when I was just starting out 10 years ago, that of course felt like a great excitement, people looking at you, people looking at your stuff. Now eventually that wears off, it wears off. So I think like we also, besides us doing our work online, you know, there are both positives and negatives from the internet. You know, some negatives is that, you know, it gives the narcissist in us also like a free space to express our narcissistic sides, but it can also be a way to really be more connected with the world, and that's really what I wanted to create. Besides what I'm currently doing with my blog, my videos, I mean, spiritual development, self-reflection, meditation, all of that so far has always been like a way, like, you know, sometimes you got to go and step back in order to step up. You know, you need to be able to recharge yourself and give yourself some time to reflect, to gain more perspectives on life. And that is like the fuel we need to move on in life. What I always felt was missing from that part is like, okay, so I'm working out to cleanse and purify my fuel, my energy, my life energy and whatnot, but what is my vehicle? You know, what is my vehicle? And that vehicle is of course like a business system, okay? And business system where we have leverage. And leverage means is that things can be automated. You know, things can be automated that can give us multiple streams of economic freedom and independence, okay? And well, I was on this spiritual path, I developed myself into Reiki and whatnot, and it all felt great, but in my head there's still like, you know, the Aquarius voice in me that also tells me like, yeah, but wait a minute, when you do Reiki, you know, you don't have a job, but basically you own a job. And that really comes from the theories that I got exposed to like 10 years ago from Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki, the cash flow quadrants. Like on the left side you got, you know, the employee side, you know, those who are trading their time for income, the self-employed, they don't have a job, they own a job, still doing the same thing. And then you got like the business owner who owns a system, and then you got the investor. So really what I want to accomplish and what I want to get out in the world is like, yes, we must give ourselves some time to reflect, meditate, work on our personal development, personal growth and spirituality, but at the same time use that as a way to fuel our way to express our creative ideas out in the world, to work with systems that's, you know, has a sense of leverage, automation, okay? And that's really what I wanted to share with you. And not just like, hey, I got some information, I got some this and this and this, here you go, and now this is gonna be an exchange, but more in a way like, listen, I got this information, now let's see what do you want to do with it, and then let's go and work together. You do your thing in your own way, like have your blog, your YouTube channel, put your personal creative stamp on it, be authentic in the way you want to be, but at the same time we have some sort of an economic link, okay, because of some affiliate programs we are using, and we're all earning a little bit of money from that, but at the same time we are kind of like working in a team as co-workers, business partners, okay, where we can give each other support, motivation, inspiration, be accountable for each other. Like we are working on this mastermind, but at the same time we are working on getting our work out in the world, because let's be honest, sometimes it can indeed feel a little bit lonely and isolated working from home. And it would be very nice and very good is that we are still connected, working together. And you know, when you are working in a company, you know, you still have everyday contact with your colleagues. But for most of us, like creatives and bloggers, YouTubers, you know, it's a bloody lonely thing. So that's really what I get out. So below this video, you can go to a page, and that is going to be much more related to business, entrepreneurship, marketing, working with the technology, because everything that I do here on my blog, the meditations, the spiritual development and all of that, that is, you know, for developing your spirit, right? That's the fuel, okay? So that is like 80-90% of what's happening under the surface, right? What we see from the iceberg. And then the just below the surface are like sharpening our skill sets, because if you want to drive a vehicle, you need the right kind of fuel, right? Petrol or diesel. And then are you going to for 95 or 98? And then of course you need like the driving skills, but you're not going to get anywhere if you don't have a vehicle. Okay, so that's also what I want to share with you in the page below this video. You can go there and then you can see really what it is that I want to build and what I want to create, and we can really work together on getting our creative spiritual work out in the world, and still work together in a way that also makes sense in an economic way. All right, so I just really look forward to learn more about what it is that you want to get out in the world and your ideas. And yeah, I really look forward to welcome you in our community. All right, so see you later.